tell my daughters, you want to put it in there safely. So don't just drop it down in there. Lay it down. If you drop it down in there, you're going to splatter it.
Mom,
Michael, show the pan.
How would you oven fry fish?
Oven fry fish? Oh, my mom is famous for oven frying. So I would,
Yeah.
Okay. So to oven fry fish, I would do this same coating that I just did, and I would use a baking sheet, a baking tray, and I would then drizzle the bottom of the baking sheet, maybe put parchment down first. This is the fish as it's cooking. I wasn't able to get the fifth one in, but we'll do that last. That's my husband's piece, so I'll do his later. So, to oven fry fish, I would do the same coating that I just did, and I would do a baking sheet, put parchment in the baking sheet just because I don't like the whole cleanup after, and I would oil the parchment paper with whatever oil I like to cook with. It could be rapeseed oil, even olive oil for oven frying, but any oil that reaches maybe a high cook point. So rapeseed oil, any oil you like, I will put it down on the parchment paper first. I will coat the parchment paper with it and kind of just spread it out like you would if you were doing cookies. And then I will put all of the fish, I will lay all of my fish and make them maybe like an inch apart so that they don't end up steaming, because you want them to crisp up. So lay them all on the cookie sheet, and then drizzle the top of them, of all of the fish. Or you could have an oil bowl of oil, and drop the fish down in there and then put it on the cookie sheet. But and then I would just oven fry it at maybe like 425, like you're trying to roast it. And that's it. At 425.
Said, do you do the same with egg and milk batter?
Egg and milk batter for fish?
I guess. You don't do that.
I don't do that unless guys, listen, for fish, right? Unless I am deep frying something for work, like when I do fish for work, for a catering gig, and there's maybe some of my gigs are like 50 people or more. Yes, I am using an industrial deep fry, and I'm dropping all that fish down in a deep fryer. But when I'm pan frying at home for my family, I'm not coating it. I'm not doing anything to it other than trying to cook it quickly. And deep frying, pulling that out, using all the grease that I have, wasting grease is not really necessary. This is about, I didn't put it in a little skillet, so this might be less than a cup of grease is what I use for this. And like I said, I use safflower oil. You can use peanut oil, you can use canola oil, you can use vegetable oil, any oil you like. But at home, I'm not deep frying anything, especially because, oh, there we go. So I want them to see how crispy it is. And now I do have some space. Let me make some space for that fish one. Yeah, I'm just making some space in my pan for the fish one. Oh, I'm only supposed to be 30 minutes. I'm like an hour already.
It's okay.
It's not okay.
You started with what, 30 people? You got over 100. You in there?
Yeah, but people don't want to just.
And Candy just said you look beautiful. You super gorgeous.
Thank you, girl. This is the quarantine.
Quarantine bang, huh?
Quarantine look. So that's the fish in the pan. It cooks very quickly, maybe about 4 to 6 minutes on each side, because you want the fish to cook through on the inside. And also sometimes can I use a paper towel right there? It doesn't matter. If you have a splatter guard, you can use it. The fish is not splattering right now because the temp is not that high. And also you can cover it with a top, and it can cut down your cooking time even quicker than that. Just from the steam being trapped. And it's still going to crisp up also. So.
And Shawnee and some other people are saying, take your time.
Shawnee, my cousin?
Keep going, yeah, Shawnee. It said keep going
Am I
until
talking
the
too
end.
fast?
No, it said take your time. Like, don't worry
Okay.
about 30 minutes. Like,
Okay. Can you give me
they're enjoying this.
Can you give me maybe some paper towels?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is flip the fish. I'm sorry that you guys can't really see. I want to show them, Michael. No, you can't see. If the fish is crispy, I want you to see that.
I mean, they can see if I eat it and I crunch on it, huh? Y'all want to see me? No? Okay, great.
I have a little,
Can we get closer to you?
I want to take this off. Can I take this off and then put it back on or no? Okay, here. There's the fish. That's what it looks like. This is the fish that I already flipped
Tia
over.
said we can see, nice and crispy. I can see, we can see.
I'm just trying to convince the people
Thank y'all.
that pan frying is just the same. Tastes just the same as deep frying. The mistake that people make is not seasoning every layer of your dish, no matter what it is.
Chef
Every
Define
layer
said
of
you are
your
doing
dish.
very well, very enjoyable.
I love you, Define. That's my friend, my chef partner. So I'm flipping all the fish over. I just put this one in. Once the fish kind of shrunk down, I put the fifth one in. So I'm going to leave that one for a second, but it's in the hottest spot in the pan, up kind of in the front. And after a while, you'll learn or you probably already know, I'm talking to adults, you'll learn your heat points in your pan. So I just know that this is the hottest point in my pan for something to sit. So all of the fish is fried, just like that, boom. No deep fryer. Also, don't crowd your pan. That's a good point. Do not crowd your pan. Spread them out. And then when the fish is ready, it will have give. So when the fish first goes down, the coating just naturally tries to singe itself to the bottom of the pan. And when it has give, when it lifts up, just like in a deep fryer, when you start seeing the fish float to the top, it happens with all food in a pan. When you're searing or pan frying, it's going to happen. The fish is going to have give. It's going to lift up. My husband has another joke over here. No.
They said we need our own show. I'm just trying to tell you. I can have a band over in the corner. You can say, we're going to kick it to mic. We're going to commercial. And I can say, get it, bip, bip, bip.
My husband plays saxophone, for those of you.
Nobody care about that. I'm just saying. We could be doing this.
And so the fish will have give once it's ready, but anything will have give once it's ready. So even if I'm braising some beef before I put it in the oven, the beef will release from the pan once it's ready. The shrimp will release from the pan once it's ready. Any meat will release once it's ready. I'm gonna flip this other one over. Oh, that one looks good. Okay. So just to show you, let me just show you. For the people who love to deep fry, I just want to show you that you can get the same crisp or fried, feeling, the same crispy skin if you just pan fry it. All I did was use the same coating that I would if I deep fried it. No buttermilk, no egg dredge, no anything. Pat the fish dry. And I just used a fine milled cornmeal, and I seasoned the fish before I put it down in the cornmeal. I put it down in the cornmeal. I shook off the excess cornmeal, excess of the coating, and then I put it down in a hot pan. Make sure that your grease is hot. Make sure your pan is already hot before you put it in there. And then leave the fish alone while it's cooking. So I'm doing about 4 to 6 minutes on each side. This is a cast iron skillet, but you can cook in anything. Really doesn't matter. Whatever you have as a saute pan, use it. Yes.
Somebody says your hair is so shiny. What products do you use?
I washed my hair today.
Come on.
I washed my hair today.
Ain't it nice, y'all? I told her.
And the fish is ready, just like that. I'm going to put it on this. Oops. Sorry, guys. Give me a second. I'm not going to put it on that. I'll put it back in here for a second. I'm going to put it on this. Listen, you prep and you plan, and then, you adjust. So I am putting mine on a rack.
You want to cut it?
Basically to drop the grease off of it. Hold on, let me get them all out.
All right.
Any other question? Because
I mean, there is one that says, "What's the name of your husband's band?"
no, they didn't.
Yeah, I promise to God.
You're a liar.
We are in
I want
Atlanta.
to see that.
Cassie Crawford, God bless you.
Is that Cassie? Cassie is on there as a different name.
Oh, it is?
No, I'm lying. So that's all. The fish is fried. The fish is done. And I'm going to bring it back over here to my prepping station just so y'all can see.
Somebody said that sizzle is an ASMR vibe. Our kids watch ASMR all the
Our
time
kids
on
watch
YouTube.
that. I don't get people
understand
liking that.
but-
I really do not like people, get how people like ASMR. I'm going to put this in the sink.
Shawnee said, what seasoning did you use?
So I use the spice blend that I have on my flyer that's on my Facebook and it's on my Instagram. And it's basically just cumin and paprika and chili powder, which I always use, and then salt and pepper. And I made sure that I seasoned the fish, and today I seasoned it with my sponsor's seasoning because I'm going to build mine with a flour tortilla. So this is a Latin spice blend. This is Sazon and adobo. Y'all use this already, but this is just the brand that sponsored my cooking demo today. Luisa, thank you.
Somebody says, tell us why the rack is better than paper towels.
Well, it is on paper towel. Okay, let me take this over here and then you. Let me get my cameraman and me together first.
We in there.
And then I can talk about that. But Michael, honestly, I was only supposed to do 30 minutes, so I have to.
Look.
Okay, so this is the fish. People. Does it look crispy? I'll actually eat a piece. Well, I'll have my husband eat a piece just so you can see. Can I see that? Can you see that? Are you looking
Yeah,
at it?
it looks great.
Can you see it? Okay.
You have like 1,000,000 hearts right now.
Oh, do I? Ah! Thank you for the 1,000,000 hearts.
Hey Adrian from Philly.
So that fish is fried. This was the hottest spot. This piece of fish was from the hottest spot. This piece was put in last. This is why I'm telling you about knowing your pans and knowing your burners, because I knew where the hottest spot in my skillet is for that iron skillet. I know if I put it up at the front, it'll cook very fast. This is the last piece that I put in, and this is what it looks like. My husband will love it, but you know, it's not that blonde, not blonde, golden brown color. It has a little singe on it, you know. But that's the fish.
Somebody
Can
said,
you hear that crunch? That's the crunch.
Where to find the seasoning? The seasoning.
They're on Instagram. And I'll tag them in the video once the video is over. But Luisa is, and this is adobo. I put this on the fish just because they're my sponsor and I should. But they're doing a giveaway. So at the end of this, I'm going to ask a question, and whomever answers the question first gets this. You just DM me your address and they'll send it to you. But go to their Instagram, LOISA. Go to their Instagram, and I guess all in their profile you'll see how to order and all of that.